Hi, it's Joy and today I'm going to be watching Stargirl Season 2, Episode 2, Summer School, Chapter 2. I was very much intrigued by the first episode back and stressed about the first episode back, and just, it was so great to see these characters again. I am waffling through this intro because I just want to watch the episode. So yes, a reminder that you can find the unedited version of this reaction on my Patreon, and let's go! Is this Cindy's old house?
Hi, Mom.
You
changed the locks.
This poor woman, you should have got out quicker! Less destruction and more running!
Don't try so hard to be perfect. You don't have to be for people to like you. And it's a little annoying.
Oh thanks! And you get kicked out on your birthday, which I know is how the foster system works, and it's wrong. There needs to be far more support. She's been in foster care since they died. Yep, here we go.
Look what you did, Court. Me? She broke into the house.
She thought there was someone trying to hurt them. But after everything they've been through, you can't blame Courtney for fighting.
Hi there. Aww.
Even the dog likes her.
Slobbery.
Courtney. Oh. Why would you separate children, or is he dead?
What if she's not who she says she is? What if she's like
Oh,
a spy
sweetheart. You can trust her.
JSA's old enemies.
Being Stargirl, it's
Everything.
I know, sweetheart, but you're also 15.
pursuing. It's more about helping people than it is fighting the bad guys, and that's what you're good at. Yolanda, Rick, Beth, you gave them shit. Nobody.
What's all of this? Breakfast. Jenny made it.
Remember, Jenny, you don't have to try that hard to be perfect.
Tender here.
Isaac Bowen. Here. What was that? Here.
He's an intense kid. Rick, I know you're giving up and you're mad, and I don't blame you because you've been sent to summer school because you did too well on a test. That is crazy, but if you can succeed and show them what they're wrong and still feed the creature in the woods. Is he feeding Grundy, or is this something totally separate? He's friend. We don't eat friend.
What I know, Alan had to recharge the ring once a day using the lantern.
Interesting.
But, maybe I'm remembering wrong. Well, let's see if we can take a look.
Does she have some kind of lantern-y power source?
The power reacted to your father's emotions, so you seem like you're feeling anxious. Maybe you made the lantern anxious too.
I think so.
Just take your time, okay? There's no rush.
You don't have to be perfect at everything.
Imagine an object.
Ooh, she's doing it. A bigger version of the car. Can she make it tangible, or is it just like an image of the object?
Sure, that's a little weird, but what makes you so suspicious?
Jealousy,
Super polite.
plus wanting to find a villain.
They are really good.
Sweetheart, give her a chance. Be on guard by all means, so if she does some... Courtney! Was Yolanda finished eating? Or is lunch over and you just took that long talking? I feel like I should recognize this eccentrically dressed person, and I'm very sorry that I don't.
Merely by reputation.
Don't trust this man.
I'll be in touch.
I do not trust creepy British people. None of them are trustworthy. Does anyone else still work in this place?
Oh, hi, Courtney.
What's going on?
Because Jenny's a legacy, Court.
A real one.
Oof.
So is that why you're here? She broke in because I didn't know who stole my father's lantern. Maybe I should just go. Jenny, wait.
Courtney, you are being a bit unreasonable. I don't think she's being like completely unreasonable, but she is being a bit harsh. She's not giving her a single bit of leeway. Yep. He does not like being under Cindy's control.
I feel like such a fraud around her.
If anything, it makes you more impressive, sweetheart, because you weren't born to it.
She's everything you were. Remember how that felt?
Pretty lonely.
Courtney always does the right thing, even if she struggles with it.
Lovely.
She comes through.
We're all in anyone could ever want in a member of the JSA. You're the real deal, Jenny.
Sweetheart, it's okay if you don't feel that way. You can talk to them about it. They've all struggled.
Everything.
She thinks that about you, Courtney.
Stop saying I have everything. Anything at all, and all I wanted was to find my brother.
We'll help you.
To the stupid lantern.
Oof.
Jenny, what did you just do?
Did she make the lantern angry? Or is it just feeding her anger, which... I don't trust snooty English people.
It's gonna explode. It looks like it.
Ooh, frick.
I could try and crush.
We're in the town square now.
This is all my fault.
Remember, you don't have to be perfect. You can be yourself, however you're feeling.
That's why the ring worked when you put it on. Because you're charging it.
Yep.
You can absorb the energy.
Whoa.
Explodes. You all need to leave. If this doesn't work,
It will work. They're with you. They believe in you.
do this.
Yep. Welcome to the team and the family. Oh my goodness. Jenny? Oh yeah, she's got the power.
I guess I can fly now.
And you are in the middle of the town square, people can see. Good job, sweetheart. Welcome to the team.
She was gone when I woke up.
Do you want to find a brother? I wouldn't blame her if that was all that was important. And oh dear, which villain is he?
Courtney Whitmore first. Daughter, sister, friend, and if a villain comes up,
Well, about that. Courtney, this is
In Blue Valley.
not good news, sweetheart. This is very bad news.
get my staff.
This girl.
Here I am.
You shouldn't have announced yourself. You should have just stabbed her in the back. And you know that she can fight you off, you stupid woman. You needed to do it surreptitiously, maybe while she slept.
Mom, don't. Please.
Does she have a weird affection for her? She does, doesn't she? Even though she's keeping her here. Cindy, what have you got yourself into? Yeah, I've got her to act out her worst fears, and now... I don't think you're in control of this situation, Cindy.
I'm in control.
No, you're not.
My body.
I am only here to serve.
You know that's not true. No, you just wanted her kept captive as your slave, sweetheart. You know it wasn't right, even if you cared about her. Okay, so I really enjoyed this episode for the fact that... was one of the things I really love about this show, is the fact that the kids still feel like kids. You know, Courtney doesn't have adult reactions to things a lot of the time. You know, kind of that instinctive... well, she does. Why does she get to be the special chosen daughter, and everyone just accepts that that's the truth? And kind of the fact that she had those feelings, and they influenced how she acted, and they influenced how mad she got, and how she kind of had to push Jenny out, and how she couldn't see the other side to it from Jenny's perspective. And then I love Courtney because just with the slightest nudge, the slightest like think about this, she did the right thing and she was there for her. And I think if Jenny had stayed longer, and by saying that I feel like she'll be back, Courtney would have spoken to her a lot more. They would have bonded over this sort of shared not having a father you knew growing up and sort of losing him and discovering power type situations. So I'm really glad Courtney was there for her when it mattered, and that she's absorbed the lantern. There is no more lantern, it would seem. There is just Jenny. I feel like Jenny is most likely gone to find her brother, because even if she's finding people that she could feel at home with, finding people that accept her, it's still not her blood family, and he's out there, and you'd want to at least know he was okay. So I imagine that's where she went, although she could have told them she was going, but I suppose if she's used to kind of not having connections, it's hard to say goodbye to the ones you do have. So I do think we'll see her again, and I mean, I hope we see her again. I feel like it'd be a waste of an episode if we didn't. But I loved seeing her, meeting her, and, you know, the sort of message she got of you don't have to be perfect to be accepted. It's still only just, it's still sinking in. It's not got all the way in yet, if at all. So I hope we see her again to see her character grow. Rick has been skipping summer school now. I don't blame him. The idea of having to go to summer school sounds horrendous, especially in his circumstance, with the teacher just being prejudiced against him. Like I said in my previous reaction, there were other ways that teacher could have handled the situation if it truly was unprecedented for him to get such a good grade. But for him to just skip out on summer school, he might have to like repeat a grade. Is that how it works in America? I don't know, but I think he's... Now, academics isn't everything. It was for me growing up. It's something I've had to teach myself. But academics isn't everything. If you aren't academic, that's fine. But Rick is. Rick could get good grades and have whatever future he desires, whether that is a future that involves going to university or whether that is a future that doesn't. I feel like he shouldn't throw away his future just because people expect nothing of him. He should prove them wrong by getting everything he can. And then when it comes to it, he has every option available to him that is available to him now. But he's dealing with the monster in the forest, which I still don't know if it's Solomon Grundy or something else, but it's still very stressful. I feel like this episode was really devoted to Jenny, and I find her character very fascinating. The idea of the foster care system, for one thing, splitting kids up is abominable. I think that should be against the law. I think if you go into a foster care as a family, the kids should at the very least stay together because they are family and they've done nothing wrong. I hate that concept so much. Like, I think if I were to become a foster parent, I'd almost be like, find me siblings, I'll keep them together. But for her to kind of discover this connection to her father and this power and people that believe in her, you know, everyone, including Courtney, came to believe in her. Courtney was vulnerable with her and told her exactly how she was feeling, and she could have been accepted there. And I do hope and I think she will come back at some point, maybe in the next episode, but she will come back and she will join the team and she will become sort of part of the family. But I don't think she would be able to rest easy without knowing where her brother was. Whether she finds him and he has a family and he's really happy, or whether she finds him and he's miserable and she's able to save him and be there with him, is what I think she needs to do. So I respect that. I just kind of wish she'd told someone, but I can also understand from her point of view, it's easier to just run rather than actually talk to people. Cindy is in way over her head. This thing is far more powerful than her. She's very young still. Thinks she's this big tough villain, but she's not. I mean, there were points last season where I hope she chose the good side. So, you know, I worry still about what her plan is and how she's going to corrupt with other kids. And the long-haired boy seems very angry, so he's probably easily corruptible. And she's not in control. You know, even despite the fact that it was like, yes, you're in control, she's not. Her relationship with her stepmother was always very strange because that poor woman was a slave, a captive, and yet Cindy cared about her. It was very weird last season and it was very weird this season, and I feel very sorry for her, but at least she's not suffering anymore. And that is definitely what that thing does. Initially I wondered whether it did want Cindy dead so it could just be free without her, but of course no, it corrupts people, it brings out the worst in you, it makes you do something that is evil. Although for the child it was steal a doll and then it eats you. I'm stressed for Cindy, and I'm stressed for what Cindy's going to do. Then we have this Richard Swift, is that his name? You never ever trust posh English people. They are very, very not trustworthy. Yeah, one of the original Injustice Society members in town, and he wants those artifacts, but he's gone to see Barbara. He's gone to see, Pat has gone to see him and told him his name. I feel like he's going to be causing a lot of trouble, and I'm very stressed, because yet again, it's a very powerful adult in control of everything, and they're all just children. But no, I'm very stressed about that, as always. I think it's really important that Courtney came to the decision that she had to put her family first, because when, you know, she was saying that to Jenny, that you have everything that I want, and all she wants is her family around her and people that care about her and a place to call home, which I think is part of why she's going to get her brother. So Courtney kind of realised that she's taking those things for granted and trying to pursue Stargirl and everything like that. So I'm really glad she came to that decision the second the villain came to town. But hopefully it is going to help her have a healthier work-life balance going forward in the future. This was a really promising episode. I think this show isn't always the fastest paced, but there's just so much character development and rich character growth that I absolutely love. A reminder that you can find the unedited version of this reaction and all of my reactions on my Patreon, and thank you so much for watching.